Hello everyone, I'm Adam Papagan and welcome to another episode of There's a Place, the ASMR talk show, the show about sounds. Nope. Where am I? I've gone, ladies and gentlemen, this has never happened on the show before. I finally transcended the physical realm and I am left the earth. I'm not in ancient Egypt, I'm not in the park. Oh, no, darn. Back to Earth again, unfortunately. But speaking of Earth, this past Friday I found myself in Santa Monica, California in the morning, and what would I do? I don't get out to Santa Monica that much. I went to college there. I went to Santa Monica College and grew up around that neighborhood. And I would always go to hang out there after school, on weekend stuff like that. But I thought, I don't come out to Santa Monica that often. What would I do if I were a tourist or a visitor to Santa Monica? And I thought, 3rd Street Promenade. 3rd Street Promenade is a pedestrian mall, but really kind of one of the first ones I ever remember. 3rd Street was the business street with all the department stores back in the day, and then at some point in the 80s or 90s, they closed off the street so that you could walk in the middle of it, and there's kooky kind of stores. And it's just kind of like a touristy, it's a mall basically. It's an outdoor mall. But when you're a teen, that's what you do, you hang out at the mall. So I went down there for the first time in years, and a lot of stuff had changed, a lot of stuff had stayed the same. On the first block, I walked down the whole thing, the first block, there are always the people asking for money for Save the Children. That's their spot. It's always been like that. I don't know. Maybe because that's closer to the mall food court, that gets the most traffic, but they always look for that. And then you go, the street entertainers are gone for the most part, and there's a lot more Urban Outfitters, and Yankee Doodles is gone. The fun kind of places, it's all pretty corporate. But I'm walking down the street, and I'm getting to the last block, and I hear, out of nowhere, I hear, Dale. And I knew immediately there's this hustler who's been hanging around the West Side for years, because I used to see him when I was a kid. I was a teenager. And he just kind of busks around and sings the Deo song and asks for money. He has a lot of quips and stuff like that. But when we were kids, we used to love him. We thought he was so funny. African-American gentleman, he'd come around, but I heard him. And he's trudging along. He's been out here for years, so we meet at the end of the block. And I see him, he's like, do you have any money for an old Vietnam veteran? And I don't know if he's a veteran or not, but I stopped. I was like, damn, you're still out here, man? He's like, yes, sir, I watched you grow up. How old are you now? And I told him, and it's wow. So he's been out there for 15, 20 years, and he looked old. His hair was graying, he had the lens. He's like, I got arthritis now, but it's good. I'm happy to be in California. He kind of had this positive thing, but you could tell life was taking its toll. And I knew that I haven't seen him in years. I knew that I would never see him again because he was getting older. But I was like, well, I gave him a couple bucks, and I said, because he asked for it, and I said, I guess that's it. I'll be seeing you, man. And he looked at me, and we locked eyes, and he goes, Dale! Just right on to the next one. So it just goes to show you that, life has these cycles, these tides that move around, and it's somebody comes back into your life even for a second. You should always take the opportunity to talk to them and explore that relationship. I want to introduce our guest tonight. Is a young lady who, in this town, you meet all sorts of personalities, all sorts of interesting people, especially me doing shows like this. But every once in a while you'll meet someone, or I will, who's, you're just really down with their vibe and what they're all about and their personality, and you're just into what they represent. So please welcome my guest tonight, Tookie Binky. That's you, right?
Hi, Adam.
Hey, what's up, Tookie?
Hi.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I should say, nice to meet you, because you recently on Facebook, we won't reveal your real name, but on Facebook it got changed.
Yeah, it was a drag.
What you were going by Tookie on Facebook,
Correct.
and what happened?
Someone stole my phone when I was on the bus because my bag was open a little bit. And then, so I didn't have a phone because that's my primary source for a computer. So then I went in to change all my emails and all my codes once I got to a computer like 2 days later. And then they took it all away from me, the bus person. And then, so I didn't have my email password either. Everything was blocked because it was all open on my phone. And then Facebook, I kept forgetting because I kept changing everything and mixing up because you have so many stuff.
You switch over to the new password, you don't remember it.
Yeah.
There's all the
three
different
things.
yeah.
I'm trying to keep them the same but different. And then they made me show my ID, a picture of my ID. So, and I was like, that's bullshit. So I got out a library card and the thing that the SIM card came on my new phone to try and make a fake ID because it said you had to put a name or something that shows your real name, but I needed the internet then so I could,
So if you hadn't got your phone stolen, you could have kept flying under the radar.
Yeah, but you have 60 days. We're working on 45 right now. So if anyone out there can make anything, a library card, anything fake, a gym card, that's all I need.
But after 60 days, you're going to change it back, you think? Can you?
We'll just see how I feel. I've been getting a lot of new attention.
That's what it's all about, right?
People have been saying I look healthier with my new name.
What do you think about that?
Just riding it as long as I can.
Any kind of attention, positive attention.
Yes, only positive actually. No more negative attention.
Hey, what a dumb real name you have.
The most common name in the world.
John?
Pretty much the female equivalent of John.
We won't go into it. We don't want your identity to get stolen again.
Yeah. I had a stepsister with the same name.
Really? Did that get confusing?
She stole my identity.
Did she?
Yes.
Because you had the same name? Man, that's the problem with a common name, I suppose.
You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't. I have a goofy, made-up name. I found out my last name, the spelling of it, pronunciation is different. The spelling of it means parrot in Turkish.
If you switch the letters.
No, all the letters in a row. There's a sunflower seed company from Turkey called Papagan Sunflower Seeds.
I found out my real last name is a theme park in Austria.
So fun.
Yeah. So it kind of, it's not where it is where you're from. It's not where you're at.
Interesting. Your path determines your present, your past determines far out. Earlier today,
Where's the camera? I want to see myself.
There's a camera. We're in a parking lot right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi.
Earlier today, I did something that I know you're familiar with. SRO.
Oh, yes.
I'm back, baby. SRO, for those of you who don't know, an SRO is the type of hotel a homeless person lives in, but it's also this company that you could go on their website and they'll pay you minimum wage to sit in the audience of television shows. Am I describing this correctly?
Yeah. I didn't know there was a hotel, but that'd be funny. If
Single resident occupancy hotels. Those ones on Skid Row where homeless people live.
It's kind of like a hotel because you have to wait 3 hours to be in front of a camera for 2.
Is that what a hotel is like? I don't know what kind of hotels you're going to.
Sometimes when you check in late, it feels like that.
One time, it's always miserable, would you say?
Yes. Yes. Even the time I went with someone I knew well, it was terrible. Well,
You just have to sit there and watch these shows that you wouldn't watch if they were on TV. You can't change the channel. If you could, like, switch from audience to audience,
it's bad news.
it's always the worst TV
And
shows.
the most uncomfortable people talk to you.
Oh, only weird people. For sure, because you have to be weird to figure out that you can get $9 an hour to do this. But I wanted to see the new Late Late show. I'd never been. I've been to Craig Ferguson a bunch, but I wanted to go to this show.
Wait, so you did it solely to just go to the show?
Yeah, I get $20 because
Okay.
because I like talk shows, and I hadn't seen this talk show yet. I might go back. I would go back to see it again. I used to like going to see Craig Ferguson. I liked it okay.
They don't pick girls.
Really?
Women.
There's a gender thing in Hollywood. What were some of the shows that you've sat in on?
The last one was awful. Was it the last one? It was like one of those shows where they like put somebody in water, like they hold their breath, but it was like at 9 o'clock at night, and I thought I would be able to handle it. I thought for some reason if it wasn't in the day, these people would like not gross me out. Like I'd feel like, oh, I'm just like hanging out. No. We like stood outside for 4 hours waiting for the guy to get submerged. I couldn't even see it. And then waited like 2 more hours for the guy to walk across some buildings, but then he freaked out and we all went home.
You paid in cash.
$36 for 4 hours.
Flexible 2 to 4 hours, they always say.
Tomorrow I get to do a focus group for motorcycles.
Oh, cool. I
Yeah.
love doing focus groups.
I've done 2. They're pretty funny.
Only 2 ever?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta hustle it like Matt Teardrop does.
Yeah, I think that's where I got that.
I've been doing them for over 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, I probably made like $2,000,
I would think
$5,000.
you would catch on.
You do all the different companies.
Yeah, I did dishwashers. And the other one was, we had to walk through a court case. That was funny.
I did one like that.
Because the people get so serious. I just stayed quiet.
I did the court one. They showed us evidence. They presented 2 arguments, and then they gave us a test with like those clicker things of like, did we believe the lawyer or not?
We had to get divided into groups.
We had to do that too, and we had to discuss it.
Yeah.
So it's always the worst talking to the other people. But you are one of those people. That's the irony of it. You and I are the kind of people.
I saw someone I knew at that one, which made it way more uncomfortable too.
How did you know them?
They're like a comedian person. Good friends with Trenton.
And did you hang out with them, or was it?
No.
Oh, hey, you're doing the focus group too, huh?
I thought I would get in trouble. I thought they'd figure it out.
Oh,
I
you
wouldn't
gotta
get
be
muffins or
cool.
money or nothing. Oh, I did it this other one where you watched an Apple commercial or Windows or some big. I kind of messed up because I was like, I know the guy in the commercial. It's like forget what band the guy's in. Something Sun. His name's Neil, but the guy was like, no. And I was like, what's wrong? He's like, you're not supposed to tell me that.
That you know
But
that.
I had no idea. It was like for Google, like talking.
Well, that's good. It's nice of him to hook you up then with the focus group.
He didn't, though.
Kind of.
He didn't. I found it on my own on the interweb.
What were some other odd gigs that you found on Craigslist? In the etc. section?
I'm sure
or...
you've heard this one, but the foot guy.
I don't know about the foot guy.
Everyone's done it. He's totally legit. He wants you to step on him. He wants to suck on him, suck on your feet. It's outside. It's in Venice. You like walk on his back, his face, and the more money. I mean, the more you break, the more like.
He's legit, you said?
Legit meaning like he pays you. But I was living in a car with someone at that time at an RV, and they told me that they would give me the money rather than me go to do that. But I went anyways.
How much did you get?
But I didn't do it. I watched my friend Leah Pia do it. She got $150.
Wow, for how long?
She made his back crack. For like 15 minutes. We're on the beach. We're wearing our normal.
Oh.
I'm just wearing like this and like no.
Yeah, that doesn't seem so. It doesn't seem good.
It's weird.
It's definitely weird, but it doesn't seem so bad.
He must like sell it to somewhere. I think we're like.
Did he film it?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it
bad.
Oh, that makes it extra. Well, yeah, 'cause he's gonna use that.
But we're like totally clothed.
He's into the feet, though.
I did something else weird, not on the internet.
Well, what was that?
I don't know if it's appropriate. What was the question?
Strange gigs.
One time, do you want to hear this story?
Yeah.
My friend
If you want to tell it.
and I were like drunk, and we decided together that we needed money. And we were in Chinatown. So we got one of those LA Express papers. And we called one of the ads to be like a prostitute. She's younger than me and like, I don't know, more like crazy, but not street smart.
Mm.
And she had already done like some porn where you like, there's no one there, there's just like a object. And I have never done nothing like that. And so we called this woman, and she wanted fun, energetic, creative, and wild girls. And it was this woman, and her name was Madam Jane or something. So we called her, and we're in Chinatown. And Ingrid had my friend had her fancy like bike. She met us on like Fifth and Broadway or something, in her white car with her son and this big man. And when we got in the car, we were sitting in the back with the little boy, 5 years old, and then they got out of the car. They went and had some pizza, and then she talked to us for a second. I probably look like this, like just normal, but like we've been outside for a while. It was hot. We were probably dirty. We needed money, and Ingrid like has her head shaved, like all crazy, and like had probably just done some other illegal job, and she had her tie her bike up. Then we're gonna be call girls, and she took us to Culver City. The guys got back in the car, and we went to this motel by the Blue Line, the last Blue Line station. And she had us change our names on the way there. So that was the fun part. Because being Tookie, like, what would you change your name to? So I chose Sarah. And my friend Ingrid, I made her become Tish. And then, so she asked me if I needed anything. So it's like, she thought I was a crackhead, I think. And so she sent Ingrid to go like check into the hotel, and this is called out call, and that's when you get 2 rooms and then they order the people in. Neither of us really had ever done this ever. And she sent Ingrid, and we went to the liquor store, bought some alcohol. And then Ingrid, she's like not street smart. She couldn't find the entrance to the hotel. And the lady was like, forget about it. So we went to her house, and, well, she decided that I was more, I could play mini races. And she said I looked very Asian. And she had these clothes, and she put the clothes on me, and she put my hair in little buns like this. And gave me this big leather jacket. And then took me away. I didn't know at the time, but my friend had to stay and watch her kid. And I left with the guy, the big guy. The madam stayed there. I guess she was doing her business. He took me to by USC. I was scared that I was gonna see my person, and my person I hang out with often. And then the guy was didn't talk to me the whole way, and he's big. And this is like a coupe sedan. We go to this gas station, and two big guys get inside, and they're like the cars, and I'm smushed in the back. They didn't even care I was in the back. We would put the seats all the way back. And then he's like, you know how it goes, right? I'm gonna drop you off, and I'll be right there. That's the only tip I got. I'll be right there. Okay. And I got really scared because at the beginning I was really drunk and it was kind of a joke. But now I was like, oh, what if they beat my friend up? So I got out, and the first guy I came up on was bigger than those guys. I got in this car and I was like, I can't do this, and just got out immediately. And it was a small car too. And I walked a little more, and that's too many details. So then the second guy was looks closer to the way I look, an indescript race. So I got in the car, and I started talking to him, and he was laughing at me, and we were joking. And then I was like, let's move to the back. And he had a sedan with 2 car seats, so I knew I could I did it. I didn't do it. I went in the back and I talked to him and just made him laugh forever and joked, and then I cried. I'm good at that. And then I cried and I said I was worried about my friend. That's true. Said I didn't want to do this, and that I don't know what they're going to do to me or her if I don't bring him some money. I told him the truth, and he gave me $50. And then I was like, we just need to wait a minute, make this last longer. And I told him to shake the car because the guys were behind me. So then I got out, and I still had my tears. And I called the madam. I never had the guy's phone number who's supposed to be watching me. And I was thought of this word that I've never, and I was I got shook. I got shook. I don't know what that even means to this day. And this is such a long story. Then they came an hour later and picked me up. The guys that were sitting behind me. I was really scared then, and brought my money back. Come to find out, Ingrid made food for the kid. They were playing. She let us sleep there with her son. I cried and we went to sleep. She dropped us off in the morning. Ingrid's bike wasn't there, and we never heard from her again. Oh, she told us to get better clothes on the way. She told us to take a shower, and that I'm not a $50 hooker. I'm a $200 hooker, and I need to have more confidence, and I should get it from my friend. I should get that confidence from her.
Wow.
Is that too much?
No, that was a great story.
Are we still in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where a lot of the story took place, I think.
Okay.
Over what period of time was this?
Oh, just last summer.
No, but over how many hours?
I would say from 6 o'clock till 7 o'clock the next morning. She was a stripper, and she was going to drop her son off at school in the morning.
Wow, the madam sounds nuts. That poor kid.
Yeah, and he was way too big for a car seat. A 5-year-old's my height, or
And you hustled everyone.
But I didn't get my percentage. I just gave her all the money because I didn't do the chaka chaka or
You're right, that is putting her reputation as a madam on the line.
Yeah, but she never contacted us, and both me and my friend didn't want to tell anybody, so we're like, did she call you? Did she call you? Like, secret.
And neither of you guys. Well,
Yeah, I would never ruin my reputation.
Well, Tookie, I guess you're just not cut out to be a prostitute. But there's
Still growing.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe someday. Get the right. I like your socks that you're wearing. Pug dog socks.
They're from my friend's daughter.
You're super into dogs, right?
Yeah, a lot. In fact, yes.
Have you
Go ahead.
always been into dogs?
Yeah.
Do you remember a point where you got so into them you would wear socks with dogs on them, and you had like a dog birthday party? I remember, like you wanted there to be dogs.
When I had, as a grown-up, like, or adult, I don't know what you call it, like, having this dog as my own that I picked out, and it was mine. And then we had to get a dog trainer because we were, like, wild young adults. And the dog trainer was she looked like Sylvia Brown, rest in peace. And she would tell us, like, how to talk to the dog. You know who Sylvia Brown is? That psychic lady with, like, the white hair.
No.
She would always be on Montel Williams.
Oh, okay.
That's why I thought you would know.
Yeah, I'm surprised I don't.
She looked like her. And I thought it was so funny that the things she would tell us to do and say to our dog, and it made me think, like, maybe a dog is like a human.
How?
And then I like dogs.
So you got on their level.
Yeah.
Do you like a specific breed of dog, or is it just kind of any dog?
Just like humans, it's totally that person. I can't judge it, no. I mean, of course, if it has a poodle in it of any kind, it's weird. So it's kind of fun.
That's my favorite kind of dog, too.
Not straight up poodles, but like if it's mixed, they're so queer, like you have no idea what they're gonna do.
The big poodles are the best. Poodle means puddle in German. Because they like to splash around in the puddles.
All of them?
I read that on a dog lighter I got from CVS. CVS doesn't even have lighters anymore.
They don't, but they have candles, and they have lighter putter-outers, or what do you call it, flame deterrent. That's a racket right there. I just made stencils of CVS, Walgreens, and Rite Aid because you can't buy tobacco at CVS. Wait, what are my options?
Walgreens,
Rite
Aid.
You can't buy alcohol.
At
like half of them.
Yeah. Walgreens doesn't have alcohol usually.
And
Rite
Aid's got everything, but they have face recognition. So I'm not allowed in Rite Aid because I once got caught stealing one of those 4 packs of wine bottles. One little guy.
Sutter home.
And yeah.
Facial recognition.
This is a long story.
Go for it.
That one. No, I got out. The one I didn't steal from, but down the street, like, I got caught at Vermont and Los Feliz, and then I went to the one on Santa Monica, Vermont, and they're like, you cannot come in the store, and it was the guy that caught me, and I was like, all of them? Okay, fine, whatever. Then I went to the one, I was going to the one in Echo Park, because they have a bathroom. It's great for me. And then kept going. Then I went on a trip, came back, got off the plane. It was terrible. And I ended up with the one downtown. There's these guys that all, like, what do you call them? Like when they wear the guard, like a full-on armor suit with like weapons. I go just straight to the line. Really need something to drink. And he comes up to me and says, Miss, last name, and then he says, you're not allowed in here. Creepy. Do you think that's creepy?
That's super creepy.
That's when I caught on to the face recognition. Then I kept going to the one in Echo Park again, over and over, like 7 times. And then this lady comes up to me. It's like right before work. It's like right by where I used to work. And this lady comes up to me, this like nice woman, and she's like, Sarah, honey, could you not come in here anymore? I know you're not stealing, but every time you come in, it pages us and tells us that you're here. And we're supposed to do something, and I've got 2 warnings. And I didn't want to say anything because I wasn't here the first time. She's like, I know you've never taken anything. It was like so weird and uncomfortable. And like, I think because she was like training people, but watch out.
2 warnings.
Face recognition.
Where else do you think they're using the face recognition? And is this the best use of this technology?
Yeah.
Protecting little bottles of Sutter
Or
mill?
what's the worst you could like? I took a big Santa Claus from CBS, never been caught.
How'd you do
And
that?
a skeleton. I'm over that.
Stealing?
Well, it's really easy to take something big. Because they don't...
Yeah, why would you just, you just walk out with it?
This is bad.
Hey, we're telling...
Don't do that. Whatever you do, do not do that.
We're telling you the truth on this show.
Okay. Phew.
We do little tips, you know, to get by.
Yeah. How do you get by? Oh, I'm not the questioner.
No, how do I get by? Little tricks like that. You were talking about being street smart. You are very street smart, especially if you hustled those Johns. But a new little hack I found out about recently is get your EBT card, okay? Or food EBT. If you go into a Coffee Bean or Starbucks that's inside a grocery store and get an ice blended drink.
That's old news.
Is it old? Yeah.
Here's a hustle that you can do without even necessarily having an EBT card. Trader Joe's, say you get a 19 bottle, I wouldn't recommend alcohol, but like olive oil. You can return it and they give you cash. They don't question. Well, I guess EBT, yeah, because you want money. Do you get it?
Ah, so you can buy olive oil.
Take it back and then buy whatever I decide to buy, like underwear or something you need that EBT doesn't pay for.
At Trader Joe's.
Well, no, they give you cash.
Oh, somewhere else.
That's the deal. You
Got
get
it.
cash for real.
Got it. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like having the EBT though, because it's like play money at the grocery store.
Yeah. I like to treat people.
Oh yeah, it's really a lot of fun.
If they're like, wow. Or if someone's like, I'm going to buy all this. They're like, no, I'll get it. Just give me your money.
Yeah. People, oh, but you'll use them. It's like, nah, you just get it. They roll over. It's great. When we were doing the Dell Talk Show, I get craft services. I would get all the pastries and stuff for everybody on the EBT card. You get farmer's market. Did you ever do that?
Yeah.
On EBT?
And then you get like half or something.
You get oysters at the Hollywood Farmers Market
You
on
get
EBT.
half at the one in Echo Park. They would give you like, it was less money if you used EBT, like a double discount. At first it was if you were like, had a baby or whatever they call that for moms. Cats. Wick. Cats. Wick. They would give you a discount, but now everyone.
What's up with the Wick store? I mean, I know what's up with it, but it's like the store that only the mother's nutrition. You know what I'm talking about? I think there's one around the corner.
Yeah.
It's the store that only takes EBT. There's one in Echo Park. Is it gone?
Yeah, it was next door to this
Burger
place I had
King.
a job at that I no longer work. They don't sell bottled water. I don't know.
Can anybody go there, or just
Yeah,
anybody can go
I
there?
bought a juice.
They're helping women and infants.
My mom had food. They used to have stamps, real ones.
That's why they're called food stamps.
But they would
today.
say milk or cereal or just like whatever
Bread.
babies eat.
Baby food.
Baby food.
Doritos. They should.
Flaming hot.
You can. It's amazing the things you can get with it. So much junk food.
I've been buying those fans with candy on the bottom because you can get them on EBT. Those like personal fans. You know what I'm talking about?
I did that
bought
before.
Like 3 the other day.
Like the toy.
It's, like you said, it's play money.
Play money at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. Tookie, remember we were in that band together?
Yes.
That was fun. What was that band called? Pure Breeds Don't Bite?
Pure breeds don't bite.
We didn't set out to be in a band together, though. That's how we met.
Yeah. That guy, Josh, was in our band.
Oh, yeah. I never saw him again.
He works at a doggy daycare, and he makes these comic books. I can't remember what it's called. Gosh darn it! But they all have dogs in them, and they're kind of like look like Japanese, like Eastern style, but they're like pretty girls and dogs, and like it's so cool.
Yeah, he's a neat guy. Who else is in that band?
Mary, who I love.
Mary, yeah, she was
Mary's
cool too.
Great.
We should probably explain how we were in this band, Holy Strangers.
Oh.
It's a lottery league. They got members of different bands around town, and they shuffled them up. They picked names out of a hat, and to make new bands, and you had to play a show. You had to do 4 songs. But you were the wild card.
Yeah, because I was like the Vanna White, the picker.
Yeah.
And then someone I live with, Austin, he couldn't go, so I was like, I'll be in that band. And you guys got me.
That was great. It was maybe hardest on you because you had to be the singer because you didn't play any instruments.
Yeah, it was really taxing.
I'm just saying more of a burden. I don't know. That was fun. We just kind of goofed around.
Yeah.
I think.
Especially that day.
Yeah, we had 2 practices maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, we went at Mary's house, and she had all this cool gear. And they wanted.
Yeah, Mary's awesome. I think she's playing Friday.
Yeah, a cool parent. Her and her husband lived in Eagle Rock, and their son spoke Italian. Their 6-year-old son spoke Italian. He learned it at the hip school that he went to.
I think he goes to that Ribbit Bad Boy School.
Oh, he goes there?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what's like more. Yeah.
That's legit. It's like French or something. Very good.
That was
Good for him. Regular Marco Polo, world traveler, speaking the languages. What's up? Do you like zoos? Do you like to go to the zoo?
No.
People hate zoos these days.
I suppose it's all right.
I like the zoo.
It's uncomfortable.
That's what everyone
I went
says
to
now.
the aquarium. So
Aquarium
that's, like,
sucks.
Oh man, yeah.
All the fish are the same.
Do they even have a zoo here?
Yeah, the LA Zoo. It's in Griffith Park.
The old one.
No, there's a current one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my friend. She does birds. She volunteers and does birds. That's right.
People think it's like a jail for animals,
I'm doing a good job.
but I like to look at the animals.
Just seems like I'm watching the news.
Yeah, all these dumb animals everywhere.
Yeah, or like
world-
America's Funniest Home Videos.
That has animals on it a lot. Dogs and cats and stuff. A bear who will fall out of a tree.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there was 4 bears in my backyard.
Have you ever seen a bear in person?
Yeah. My grandparents lived in Alaska in a trailer and they lived on a logging camp in Hoona, Alaska, and they come to your door and they're like scratch because they smell it.
Are they cute or scary?
Cute. The babies are cute. And then if you get to go to the dump, that's the best. They crawl all over the car. It's like wildlife safari. I just met someone that has a pig as a pet. He paid $900 because I guess if you pay the regular $500, you can't insure that it's like going to stay small.
Oh yeah, I heard about that scam. People say that it's.
I'm a pig scammer.
He wanted to get the pig, like Babe the pig. It's about this big.
Yeah.
Why did he get a pig as a pet?
It's just like a dog, pretty much.
But he could have just gotten a dog. Dogs are classic pets.
Cool. I don't know.
Pig skin is kind of like a human-ish skin.
It was nice. I don't want to talk
Touching
bad
it?
about it. It was like,
Oh, okay, it was a nice
they didn't
pig.
really like me though. It was like they squeal.
Did it have the curly Q tail?
Yeah, and it looked like a Dalmatian.
Okay, well that's cool. I'm into that.
I don't think you would be able to handle it.
I wouldn't be able to handle a pet pig. We were talking about getting one at our apartment as a joke. My roommate and I, and our other roommate got so mad about the proposition of that happening. She's like, "You guys are not no one's gonna take care of it. You
It's
guys
just like
are
a
not
dog.
gonna get a pig." And that's what we kept telling her. And she's like, "No, this is stupid. Why are you talking about this?"
I mean,
But
I
she's
don't
very
know,
adamant
like,
about us.
I don't know the amount of time you can leave it at home alone, but it's pretty just like a dog. Like, oh, it's cute, it's fun. It eats, it sleeps.
They're messy though.
You know,
It's like a pig pen.
that's like saying no.
This place is a pigsty. Literally. That's what everyone would say when they came over to your house.
I don't want a pig.
No.
Dogs are better.
If you could get any kind of exotic pet, what would it be?
A monkey?
Interesting.
No. I mean, if I had like the proper, like,
Habitat?
yeah. Or like, I kind of like birds.
You could get a crazy bird. Condor.
Yeah.
The endangered California condor.
I have no idea what that is.
It's this giant bird. Then there's only like, I think there's more now, but at one point there were like 30 of them left. And so there were all these Save the Condor.
I would definitely get a bird.
Yeah.
Maybe not a monkey. That seems like a lot of work.
Too smart.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
I don't like a more
Would
docile.
steal my ideas.
It's still your identity. The monkey would dress in your clothes.
That's a good.
It would go to SRO. It would sit in the audience of the doctors.
Wear like a stupid hat.
What does your hat say? Not that it's stupid.
It says Mala, I think.
Mala, who's a friend of yours?
Someone gave it to me, but I just tell people it means bad girl because in Spanish, mal
does, yeah.
equals bad, and then you add like an A, it is like feminine, so I think it's like bad girl.
I like that. What are you going to be for Halloween this year?
I had a feeling this was coming. I have no idea. It usually comes like a week before, and then I'm like super focused.
Anything in the running?
No.
The only
I usually like think of really good. I've been awesome in the past. Awesome costumes.
some examples.
A house.
Your house. That'd be a fun costume.
I converted like a little kid tent into a house. And like everyone kept calling it different kinds of houses. Brick house, safe house,
Safe house.
big house.
The big halfway house.
I was jumping around.
Big Mama's house. Ooh.
That was a good one.
When you're the only good costume I ever had was Price is Right contestant,
That's the best.
because it was the only one that actually looked like the thing. That was like the actual clothes a Price is Right contestant would wear. I had the name tag, and I had a shirt that I got at the thrift store that said, like, Bob, I've waited my whole life to come spin your wheel. You know how people would make the shirts to wear?
Whenever I've had like jobs on Fairfax, you always see those people. It's like embarrassing. It's like, oh, you're one of them. It's pretty funny.
People went big. I went to a taping of the show on Bob Barker's last week, and we had my two buddies had to spend the night on the street, literally camp out on the street in line to get in.
Wow.
Like we're trying to see Aerosmith in 1985.
Whoa. Now they camp out on the street for shoes.
Yeah. A lot of weird music came out. But when we were in there, that was one time I went to a TV show taping, and it was really fun. It was crazy. It was so fast, and the energy was so crazy. But there was a guy sitting next to me who had a cheat sheet that he brought of the common items and the prices. Like,
whoa.
Like, this is the price of garlic. This is the price of, like, this iron that's usually on.
Was that before the internet?
No, it was internet age. But he, like, had been watching the show and studying it. Like, they're going to pick him. He's this creepy older guy. They always pick sorority girls, moms, military.
Cancer patients.
Yeah.
Recovering.
Cancer recovery patients.
Or, like, victims.
I'll give them a chance to play Plinko.
Yeah. Spin that wheel.
Bob Barker would always know where it was going to land immediately. They'd do it and be like, oh, you're not going to win.
Wait. Did he know he was going to die?
He's not dead.
Oh, he just retired?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought he died. Sorry.
No, he's still with us.
Cool. Maybe he's watching.
Yeah, Bob, thank you for tuning in. Tookie, we're almost out of time. It's been quite the session.
Yeah.
You have any projects coming up? Anything you're trying to get accomplished? Any hustles?
To hustle tomorrow. Focus group. I just got a job at a thrift store.
Oh, hey, which one?
It's in Echo Park. It's been there like 3 years. It's good. I got a job.
Well, great. A lot of cool new hats.
Cool new hats. Yeah. I've been doing internet stuff. I'm good at shopping or whatever.
That's what people are doing on the internet these days.
Yeah.
Any websites you'd recommend?
Nope. Just this one.
Dronebox.com.
What is it called?
Dronebox.com.
Dronebox.com.
Yeah.
As if you're not here.
Yeah, well, they could be watching it on YouTube. I would say most people would be watching on YouTube.
Well, dronebox.com.
Yeah. Or YouTube.com has a lot of great
guys,
stuff.
YouTube.
Yeah, check out our official website, youtube.com.
YouTube.com.
Check out Yahoo News, our official news source.
Yahoo News, our official news source. Standing room only. .tv.
Our official staffing. I wonder what the smallest job, if we could get them in here, pay some people $9 to watch this. $18, man. That's people just watch
so
anything.
Cool. To get but we'd be very strict about the wardrobe.
They make them dress nice.
Must be elegant, midsummer. I'm just overly specific.
Well, speaking of elegant and overly specific, Tookie, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And until next time, everyone, this is Adam Papagan reminding you that there's a place you can go, and it's your mind. Good night.